Okay, hi, my name is Kurt, and today we're going to find out how much people in the street really know about our government. Hi, what's your name?
Charity.
Hi, Charity, I'm Kurt.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to ask a few basic questions, 4 questions, see how much you know about the government of the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, what's your name?
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra, I'm Kirk. How are you doing today?
Good.
We're trying to find out how much people really know about our government. Do you think you know a lot about our government?
No.
How it works? Okay. What's your name, sir?
Mario.
Hi, Mario, I'm Kurt.
Good to meet you, Kurt.
Would you say you know a lot about the government?
More or less.
More or less? Okay. Can you name the 3 branches of government?
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
Very good. Okay, first question. Can you name me the 3 branches of government?
Legislation, judicial, and executive.
Can you name me the 3 branches of government?
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
There are 3 branches of government. The legislative branch, the judicial branch, and the executive branch. Now, can you tell me what each branch does?
Judicial is Supreme Court, so they rule on cases. The executive is the president and the vice president and his cabinet. And the legislative branch is Congress.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me what each branch does?
One makes the, do you need to know which makes what?
Yeah.
Legislation makes the law. The judicial is the court system, so they interpret and enforce. And then, what is that, the judicial legislation? And then the executive.
Mm-hmm.
Executive, they approve the law.
Oh, very good. Do you know what each branch does?
The legislative makes the laws, the executive acts on the laws, and the judicial decides on the laws.
Okay.
Put in there.
Okay. The legislative branch makes the laws, the judicial branch defines and interprets the laws, and the executive branch represents the presidency. The legislative branch is made up of Congress. Congress is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. The legislative branch, including the House and the Congress, are tasked with making laws that represent the people, so the executive branch can approve those laws. Now, the judicial branch is responsible for defining laws that are made by the legislative branch and interpret them so that they're fair and equal for all people. The executive branch is the presidency itself. The president has advisors, which are his cabinet, which is part of the executive branch. And what they try to do is keep a balance between the the legislative and the judicial branches. There's 2 major parties, as we all know, Democrats and Republicans. There can be a third party. Can you name a third party? Any third party in politics?
The Libertarians.
Libertarians. Okay. We have major parties in our government. As you know, we have Democrats, Republicans, and there's always a third party. Can you name a third party?
Californians. I'm kidding. Liberals. No. Independent.
Okay. We'll take that. Besides the Democrat and Republican Party, can you name a third party in politics?
There's the Libertarians.
There are 2 major political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. However, there's also a third party. There's more than one that can be considered a third party, but for this we're going to say it's the independent. Now, the first party system that was started featured the Federalist and the Democrat/Republican Party. In 1829, the second party system split when the Democrat and the Republican Party split up. And what happened there is the Democrat Party became the Jackson Democratic Party, and the Republican Party was originally called the Whig Party. Now, the third party, politics can affect issues as far as bringing them to surface. A lot of issues that Republicans or Democrats don't want to talk about, then it'll bring that to light. They also split a lot of votes. Most people that will go to a third party politically and choose to opt out for Democrat or Republicans are ones that just really don't agree with either party. Can you give me the basic process on how a bill becomes a law?
You have someone present the law to the Senate, and they make amendments, and they change whatever they need to change, and then it goes to the House, and they do the same process, and then if they approve it, then it goes on to the President. If not, it goes back to the Senate until they agree, and then finally the President signs the bill.
No. Very good. Can you tell me the basic process on how a bill becomes a law in our government?
It goes through the Senate, Congress, and I think approved by the President.
Okay, very good. Can you tell me the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
Let me see. First, the representative goes ahead and creates it, presents it, and once it's presented to the other members, they'll debate it. Once they debate it, they'll go ahead and put it up for vote, and whether it passes from there, it goes for a signature by the President. If it doesn't, we'll go back to one of the other, to the House or to the Congress, and they'll debate it some more, and they'll make some edits until it gets passed up to the President for signature.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, a bill becomes a law by first being sponsored by representatives, state legislators, the people, or the executive branch. A bill is introduced to the legislative branch and assigned to a committee. The committee works on the bill. They put it on a calendar, and the calendar from the calendar they send it to the House of Representatives for a debate and amendments if they need to be done. Then it goes to a budget committee. After the budget committee, it goes to the Senate. The Senate committee will work on it and put it on the calendar once again. Once it's on the calendar again in the Senate, there's more debate and more amendments are made. Once this whole process is done, then that bill gets to what's called enrollment. From enrollment, it goes to the President, and the President will present it for final approval and publication once it's approved.